Kira Mangia.
And Cole Shalene, your Auction Fund and Need roving reporters, bringing you this year's extraordinary event, Renovations to Garfield Park.
Imagine an outdoor learning arena in which Annie Wright students can experience our enviable outdoor surroundings as an integral part to our academic and physical development. Imagine a partnership with our community to bring this vision to reality. This year's Fund and Need supports much-needed renovations to Garfield Park while expanding opportunities for students. But before we discuss this year's adventure, let's take a look at some previous programs generously supported by auction's proceeds.
You don't need to imagine the changes of Annie Wright's library and science departments. You can see them in action thanks to generous donations from previous auction guests. In 2006, we focused our Fund and Need project on the library. Let's check in with our librarian, Miss Borgen, to see what the library has done with the proceeds.
Hello, I'm Liz Borgen, Annie Wright Lower School Librarian and your General Information Scientist. And I'd like to share with you today a few of the things that the auction monies have brought us from the 2006 auction. Standing here in front of one of our many new books sections, we used to have only one, now we have 4. Thanks to all the things that the auction has brought us. We have, the World Cookbook for Students. We have Encyclopedia of the Cold War years. We have the Encyclopedia of Plagues and Pestilence. There's a lot of fun stuff here in the library. In terms of our collection, prior to the auction, we had a lot of good stuff. We had a lot of classics. We had a lot of things that people were learning about in their English classes. We didn't have a lot of stuff, though, for pleasure reading and for fun. And that's one of the great things that we were able to purchase. A problem that we often have with the library is that there's a lot of stuff by old dead white guys. And we're able to expand that and get some global stuff in because this is really a globally oriented school. Another thing we were able to do was we were able to expand our periodical holdings. So we decided to subscribe to a few other things like 17, so for all your hairstyling tips and what have you. Entertainment Weekly for all your gossip. But we do have some serious things as well. There's also Lapham's Quarterly, which is a fantastic resource that is all primary resources culled from throughout history on a different topic. So if you're looking for something on money or war or the environment, this particular resource has a ton of quotations and material from people, writers, philosophers, etc. throughout history. It's a really great resource. We've changed physically in the library, and we've also changed virtually. So one of the things we purchased with the fabulous amount of auction money was the computers you see right here. So we ended up purchasing a bunch of Lenovo desktops, which are identical to the ones that the kids work with downstairs in the lab. They can come up here, they know how to log in, they know how to use it. They work really well. We also got a couple of really great laptops for myself and Ms. Ellison, which we use often as we sort of travel around the school, especially Ms. Ellison as she does different classes and instructional. Over the past 2 years, we've purchased over 2,500 items. And to give you an idea of how that sort of scales in with our normal wear and tear in the library, we usually buy about 500 a year. So in the course of 2 years, we've bought 5 years worth of stuff, which is pretty great.
In 2007, our Fund and Need goal grew significantly to address science and technology. We once again met our ambitious goal, and Mr. Timpson, Mr. Mankey, and Ms. Schwartz are standing by to update us on changes in the auction support.
Well, through last year's Fund and Need, we got some incredible things. The microscopes, kid-friendly microscope that they can use, the Newtonian demonstrators for the 5th grade. Oh, just temperature scales, real nice temperature scales for measuring temperature, hot and cold. Also a torso model that worked out to be just great stuff for the kids to explore with and to learn about. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. There'll be more stuff, and it's just great to see the kids' excitement when they're, when they're exploring with the microscopes and when they're kind of creating and watching the temperature scales go up and down through heat and cold. So Fund and Need is a good thing. Give today.
My name is Jim Timpson, and I'm the head of the science department at Annie Wright, the upper school science department. I've been here for 33 years, and I've watched the science department change from a modified sewing room into what you currently see as a dedicated science room. This all comes because of people giving. The current Giving for Parents has been really, really wonderful for me. I've gotten a new projector and a new sound system in the science room, and the integration of that technology into my chemistry class and physics class helps all students and will help them into the future. All of these things are very, very expensive, and we would not be able to get some of them without the help of the Parents Club. And we really appreciate that, and thank you very much, Parents Club.
Fund needs support for science and technology. We've been able to really enhance the science and technology programs that we use here at Annie Wright. All of our levels, lower school, middle school, upper school, we've all really been able to make wonderful advances in the way we teach science. The teachers here at Annie Wright, the students, are really very fortunate to have a community that recognizes the need for a strong foundation in science and technology in our education. For example, the Fund Need program last year has allowed us to buy some digital microscopes. We've bought electronic balances. We've bought more tools that we use, probes, when we run experiments that can do and take many measurements. So there have been many areas in all divisions where we've really been able to enhance our science teaching. The teachers, the students, we all really appreciate this. Thank you.
Don't you feel excited about previous auction successes and the real impact your Fund and Need dollars have had on our students' learning experience? Now let's talk to Miss Adair, our athletic director, about the amazing opportunities this year's Fund and Need will provide.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Adair, the Director of Athletics and also the head of the PE department. I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about this renovation of Garfield Park and what it would mean to the PE and athletic department. In the fall and spring, almost all of our PE classes are outside. We're running track and field programs, soccer programs, t-ball, softball, baseball programs, and it would just be awesome to have a great space to do that. Currently our upper school soccer team hasn't ever had a home soccer game because we have to travel to play on more of a regulation soccer field for our games. So actually we could actually have a fan base for our upper school team. This is a great opportunity for us. I look at this whole renovation at $750,000 and our part's going to be $135,000. How many opportunities like this do you have in your life to get this huge thing for just a portion of the money it's actually going to cost? So go fill up your drinks and get ready to lift those paddles. Let's raise some money.
But at Annie Wright, we use Garfield Park for more than just athletics. Currently, the park is maintained by the Annie Wright students and staff, and in return, we enjoy first rights of its use for science classes, art classes, as well as team sports.
Finally, supporting the Garfield Park will support our greater Tacoma community. Property of this park was purchased for $1,000 in 1912. During the changes of this park, Tacoma residents have used this park for outdoor recreation and to enjoy the beauty of the Northwest. With these renovations, Tacoma will have a beautifully renovated park for many years to come.
Help us imagine the future of Annie Wright, and please support the Fund and Need for Garfield tonight.